because the governor is already there and now he knows that he's from the PDP and he wants to protect anything PDP
Of course
in
he
the
wants
state.
to. Of course he
So
wants
how
to.
much more can we say this is going to be a free and fair election, so to say, without spiting the governor, the sitting governor itself?
Well, Oyo State election that I witnessed, the last gubernatorial election, was free and fair, and the House of Assembly. So we could safely say that we already have the antecedents of free and fair elections in this state, and that this government, this state government, will allow it to be free and fair. That's, I'm going on assumption, similar facts. Doesn't mean that I'm correct, but I can only go on similar facts.
All right, let's take a look at this story from the business corner of the Daily Post. It says federal government spent 50 billion naira on 2 million vulnerable Nigerians in 2022. The federal government said it had spent 50 billion naira on vulnerable Nigerians under the National Poverty Reduction with Growth Strategy. Also, the government disclosed that it would be spending 250 billion for a similar program in 2023. Now, this is a commendable move by the federal government, but it's also a very small number from a bunch. Speculatively, 2% of our entire population and 63% of Nigerians are said to be living above poverty line, and the system seems to rather plunge more into poverty, doesn't it?
Well, I think the whole idea, it becomes commendable when you lift people out of poverty, not when you reinforce it, or not when you give handouts. And the problem with some of this initiative is that there's tended to be handouts rather than bringing and lifting people out of poverty. So yes, the figures, headline figures look attractive, look significant. But at the end of the day, as you've indicated, it's just really a slice, just really a minute slice of the people. But my view is that this help should be transformed into things that can lift people out of poverty, allow them to set up their own businesses, allow them to do retail, and so that at the end of the day, when the government moves on to the next set, they do it in the knowledge, knowing they've created the next set of entrepreneurs, the next set of SMEs. And I think they need to be more innovative and creative the way you throw money, or whatever you call it, invest money, as it were.
All right, now Tinubu categorically telling Obi that I warn you. And he told, as a matter of fact, Atiku that you've been failing an election since 1993. How does it change the fact that the opposition is in court to prove a case here?
No, it doesn't change. I think he's trying to needle them. Needle in the sense is just having a go at them. It's trying to destabilize them. But you see, my concern or my worry is that APC has been declared and they returned as president-elect. And yet, the amount of umbrage coming from the APC, the amount of fire, especially in Obi, the third-placed candidate, the direction is quite, in my view, unprecedented. It's either Obi represents an existential threat to their victory, or that Obi himself is, you understand, is so criminal, well, not criminal, so, what's the word? Odious, you understand? That,
so dodgy?
So dodgy, yes, you took the word out of my mouth. So that's the interesting dynamic going on. But as you said, it is in court. The court will determine whether indeed Obi's claim is of any viability or not, or whether indeed the APC, as is being asserted by Asiwaju and his supporters, won this election free, fair, and squarely.
Would there be any issue of technicality? Now they're looking at the time and the number of days will be decamped from the PDP to the Labour Party, and now they're trying as much as possible to use that as a benchmark against this person contesting under the Labour Party itself.
Let's do the calculation. Obi left PDP May. He left May 2022. The letter signed by him is there. The letter received when it was received by the PDP. So I think it's a non-starter. They should go and look at the Electoral Act and then they'll find out it's a non-starter. I believe the APC is throwing as much as they can at Obi. Obi also did the same in that sense. I think that the real issues are going to be the pre-qualification issues, and then, of course, the issue of whether Abuja should be included. You understand, that's going to be another issue. The third issue, which is going to be more difficult to prove, will be that a substantial amount of votes, which should have gone to gone to a Labour Party, didn't go to them because of rigging and so on and so forth. Because even if they're able to prove that APC didn't get the majority of those votes, PDP came second, So it's more likely that PDP might benefit from it.
All right, we have to go on a commercial break. Do stay with us.
Feel better about your life.
32 FM, 94.9, the antidote to depression.
You did dull yourself this afternoon. You did dull yourself this afternoon. You did dull yourself this afternoon. No allow any dulling for your life, oh. Enjoy that your break moment with 5 Alive Pulpy. Now correct enjoyment will go cool your body, come ginger and join. Make you use the enjoyment where they inside 5 Alive Pulpy take hold your side. They available for different delicious flavors. 5 Alive Pulpy, filled with life.
They say there is love in sharing, and we at INT'L believe there is also joy in sharing. So, as you go about your day in this holy month of Ramadan, from Sahur to Iftar, think about a friend, brother, sister, colleague, or even stranger. With the Happily Ever Iftar products that we have curated, you can now share the blessings of the season affordably. Visit www.altmall.ng for more information. Buy now, pay later.
INT'L, shop more, pay easy.
Màámi, ṣé gbogbo ife Bonvita ilẹ̀ fẹ́ pín?
Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni, ó ṣàmọ̀ pé àkókò yìí ní ṣe pẹ̀lú nǹkan pínpín.
Torí ẹ̀ ní Bonvita ṣe ń pín 50 gíráàmù lórí ìdí alátùrọ̀ onígíráàmù 104 kọ̀ọ̀kan. Àwọn ife wọ̀nyí á jẹ́ ti bọ̀dá Musa, alábàágbé wa, ìyàwó wọn, Uncle K.
Lákòókò yìí, ẹ jẹ́ gbádùn àfikún 50 gíráàmù lórí ìdí Bonvita alátùrọ̀ 104 gíráàmù tẹ́ bá rà. Ìyẹn túmọ̀ sí àfikún ìṣaralóore jíjára ti Bonvita. Bonvita, ó kún fún èròǹgbà rere.
For this Naija wey we dey so, say you no hold cash no mean say wahala dey o. You wan send money to Male for Villa, just use Momo. You wan buy recharge card or data, just use Momo. You wan pay for market wey you buy, just use Momo. You fit use Momo run plenty things without cash, as long as you get Momo account. No cash, no wahala, and e dey easy to open o. Just dial *671# to open Momo account. Set your PIN, transfer money from your bank account inside your Momo account. Make you fit dey pay for anything, send and receive money sharp because life dey simple with Momo.
I have a little cup, sir, in my little chest, sir. Anytime I cough, sir, it makes a heavy sound,
I
sir.
see. You have a cough. I know just what you need. I'll give you Uniplex. It will clear your chest fast. Fast. Clear your chest fast.
Uniplex. Uniplex.
Uniplex cough syrup gives you relief from sore throat, cold and chesty coughs. Manufactured by Daily Needs Industries Limited. Uniplex cough syrup is for children and adults.
Uniplex. Uniplex.
If symptoms persist after 2 days, consult your doctor.
32 FM, 94.9.
All right, you're welcome back. It's still on to Break It On Papers Review here on 32 FM 94.9. We'll move over to taking your phone calls and, of course, and also your messages on Facebook. That's a social media platform. 32 FM 949 Ibadan, both on Facebook and, of course, YouTube. The numbers are 070-55000-949, 080-97000-949, and for the international number, +234 90-62,949.
Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning to you, GBOLABO.
Good morning.
Good morning, DENIKE.
Good morning.
Good morning. I'm a Basha. My submission this morning has to do with the issue of vulnerable people. And my question is this: how can federal government fish out 50 million vulnerable people out of 200 million Nigeria? Second question is, which method are you going to use to disburse the money to the targeted people? Let us stop deceiving ourselves. Instead of creating an enabling environment that will provide enough jobs for our youth. I can't just understand. This is a pure leadership failure. Thank you. Have a nice day.
All right. Thank you very much. Well, according to the report, or Prof, do you want to jump on that?
No, just in the past, he would have claimed that it was an issue of the structure. I agree with him that there's a leadership failure. I agree with him, that in terms of the numbers, you understand, it hardly shifts the needle at all. So what is worth doing is worth doing well. There's no point going that route if at the end of the day you're not going to produce millionaires or people that create jobs, basically.
Well, now the budget has been expanded to 250 billion for this year, which moved from 50 billion naira. And according to the report, they are going to invest in agriculture, food, and they're also going to provide 100,000 homes for low-income earners, 1,200 solar street lights for rural communities, and 1.6 million for vulnerable smallholder farmers. So they have, I think, a structure on how to make sure the money goes around.
But I think the problem really is how do you identify the right people?
Right.
And how do you remove corruption from it all? I think that would be the criticism.
Thank you.
Good morning.
I said that the 2007 election was almost been annulled. One for judges said that he relied on the social philosophy of law to maintain national stability. Why 3 cancelled that election? I do not see any difference in this year petition. Let me just tell you. I want to talk about the removal of fuel subsidy, as claimed by the that no local refineries, no fuel subsidy. Removal of fuel subsidy without local refineries is a clear case of insensitivity of the ruling elite to the plight of ordinary Nigerians who live on less than $1 per day. Government should tackle the corruption in the NNPC and work seriously to stop the importation of fuel subsidy regime. Government must fix our refineries and lease them out to private companies to manage. That's the only way I've done in justice. My name. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. 0705 5000 949, 0809 7000 949. We have a couple of comments on our Facebook page and we're going to be looking at after this call. Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Mary calling from Apache. Talking about the subsidy issue. I think the government of the day is just trying to put hardship on Nigerians. Look at when they wanted to introduce the new Naira note. They didn't do their work very well. And you and I know the hardship that every Nigerian faced then. And now you want to remove subsidy without putting proper measure on ground. The Buhari has spent 7 months, 7 years, 11 months. And now you just have some 4 weeks to go. And now you want to remove subsidy. Some people cannot even do for the past 7 years. Now you want to do it immediately. I think it should be stopped. Let the incoming government come and do the needful. Thank you very much.
But I think the clear reason why they want to remove it is because there's no money. They're not lending us any money anymore. That's it. I don't think they have a choice. That's why.
All right, quickly on Facebook, we have Omotayo Oluwarot Simeon Obamire says, I warn you, says Tinubu, you did not win the election, says Obi. We might continue on all this merry-go-round until kingdom come. Nigeria is bad because the people in it are bad.
All right, 0705 5000 949, 0809 7000 949. Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, Professor, and everybody. This is John Olaraju from Agbo. First and foremost, on the issue of Ahmed Lawan, the Senate President, really concerned about the new senators. I think he doesn't need to be concerned because if anybody going to be concerned about anybody, I think we Nigerians should be concerned about his coming back to the House of Assembly. He is a Senate President and he's part of this huge amount of loans that we are in now. We are saying Nigeria, that we are talking about Nigeria plugging into the loan. He played a huge role by plugging Nigeria into this huge amount of debt. And we should be worried, very concerned about him, for him to be coming back to the House. Because I don't know the work the old senators were doing in that House of Assembly. I don't know the benefit they are giving to Nigeria as far as I'm concerned. And on the subsidy, to me, I don't think that they need to remove subsidy. Whether we don't have money or we do have money, the solution is that let all these politicians talking to themselves, stand together, just reduce the money you are collecting. You are the ones that are benefiting from this subsidy saga that you are talking about. Remember that even this one of the senators that is coming to fighting for the Senate president now, I'm talking about Fabio. He is also in doubt. Alleged about fraud, about this issue of this thing. So what are we talking about? I think if there is anything to be done, they did not subsidize for anything. We don't benefit of anything as a citizen. The only thing we are benefiting is this oil subsidy that you are talking about. Why can't even sacrifice for yourself for Nigeria's sake.
All right.
Thank you and good morning.
Thank you very much for your comment on there. 0705 5949 0809 7949. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
My name is Sayo from Ibadan.
Please make your point.
We should not worry ourselves like this Ahmed Lawan, because he can never become the president of that Senate. Because Lawan and Shetima, they come from the state of Jibuso, one from Bono, another from Yobe. APC can never do that mistake like so we should forget about it. That is my opinion.
All right, thank you very much. We still have some more comments on Facebook.
All right, Honorable Akiomi Camille says the margin of votes between Sadipe and Magbo Jubola is still much than that of Dapolam and Agbori. The way candidate will win tomorrow. All right, optimism here.
Hello, good morning.
Okay. Good morning, DENIKE.
Good morning.
GBOLABO, good morning. I'm Prof. Good morning. This is okay. Prof, on this issue of subsidy, I just see this, much as I agree that what should be done, but I see this as a booby trap for the incoming one. One, is it really right now when they are about to leave June that they said? Is it not going? We've had similar experience with a particular government that a particular one was living in between. They did that and there was tension in the nation. I don't actually think, much as I agree there might not be any money now, but I think the timing is wrong. Now, the refineries aren't working, and we want to do all this. It's not going to put a lot of burden and hardship on the people. Now, when is the right time? I think the government should first of all take the right steps. Check the excesses of the politicians and their illegal and wrong spending. Reduce the cost of leadership, and then, probably by then, we will now think of this. Good morning. This is okay.
All right, thank you very much, Prof. What do you think is going on with the Dangote refinery? Because we were promised that by now it should be up and running.
Well, I think they're test running it. I think all indications are that it's almost ready. But you know these things, they always have setbacks. I think it will be ready, but is it going to be ready in time for the subsidy removal? That I cannot say. I heard what the last caller said, and I really respect his view, but we have to look at the figures.
Please hold that thought, Prof. Hello, good morning.
This is Mr. Woli from Ibadan.
All right, please make your point.
Hello, are you with me?
We can hear you. Please make your point.
Yes, I think even if they are going to refer to work with our dormant refinery, it will take years. I don't think it will be a year or two. That's number two. It may be government may not want to do it at the same time. That is removing the subsidy and then.
All right, we lost that call. Prof, you were saying about the refinery.
I was saying about the amount of trillions. That's what we're spending, trillions. And so this is not small money, you understand, that you can just source anyhow. And when you're overspending, you're spending beyond your budget. You're spending beyond what you actually realize. Then you have to borrow. And if you can't find the borrowers, because we are being turned away, you understand, then what are you going to do? How are you going to get the subsidy? Because subsidy means you have to spend. It doesn't just come out of the air. So I think that's the problem this government faces. So the timing may be wrong, but I don't think they have any control over the timing.
All right, it's about time to go, but big congratulations to the president-elect as he made Time Magazine 100 World's Most Influential People list. I don't know if you saw that one, Prof,
yes.
right there.
Well, we saw that. Well, why wouldn't he? I mean, he's just pulled off some would say remarkable.
According to the Time magazine, no easy feat by winning the Nigerian presidential election after nearly 2 decades of preparation.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much, Professor Olojadoku, for doing this with us this morning. I am DENIKE Adimuago.
And I'm GBOLABO. Bye for now.